Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, so I think I've decided I want to do the Rhodia Notebook next as my main journal. Instead of, originally I think I was going to use the Daiso Spiral Notebook that I have a couple more to use up of. And I also had an Amazon Basics one that I had searched high and low for and found on eBay, which are now coming back in stock. So thank you to everyone who offered to help me acquire the Amazon notebook when I was despairing that it was possibly discontinued. So I thought I'd come on here and maybe show this on camera. And, you know, kind of show you how I go about it. I was not expecting it to be cream paper. At least it's a lot more yellow compared to the Amazon Basics or the Moleskin. Like, this is the Amazon Basics notebook compared to the Rhodia. So way more on the warmer tone. I don't know how I feel about that. I am usually one who likes a nice crisp white, but that's not to say that I haven't had journals that were this color. It's just been a long time. But it's supposed to be very fountain pen friendly. It's got the ribbon bookmark. I don't know what that is, but it's in there. It's got a very smooth cover. I have only ever used one Rhodia notebook, and it was kind of like a notepad size that you would just carry around in your bag. And I got that in England a long time ago. It's got the pocket in the back with the black lining paper. And this is two. This is two. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is maybe I'll do it on this page. Yeah. So this is going to be, let me check. This will be journal 146. And what I'm using is the Cavallini number and symbols rubber stamps. This is what I use for every single journal to mark where it is in chronological order. Okay. How are you doing? There's a lot going on in the world, and I hope you are all well and safe. It's pretty stressful times. And I hope you're all coping well, or well enough, I should say. I don't know if anybody could possibly really truly cope well in this kind of current world environment. But I do have to say that with journaling, it's helped a lot. I mean, journaling has always helped me. And I'm very grateful for the kind of creative outlet that I have. All right, so I have my number. I will probably mark with, can't decide what notebook I want to, or what pen I want to use. In case you're wondering what ink I'm using I've had this for a long time. It's Memento Rich Cocoa. It's fade resistant dye ink. And that's what I've used to pretty much archive all my journals. I'm going to be using my Vision pen. What's today's date? Should really figure that out, huh? check my Hobonichi, which is not something that I've really picked up much. In the past, I don't know, like 4 months. How long have we all been in quarantine? I feel like it's been ages. All right, so that's my official like front page. And what I usually like to do is pick out an art sticker. This is the only one that I have now, and I've purchased this many times. It's the Monet one. Monet is my favorite artist. I am well, sometimes I like to go by season, so something that's more of like the color scheme of whatever season I'm in. I like that one a lot. But I also like water lilies. And then the boat. I'm gonna go with the boat. Because we're still in summer. Okay, I can't do this while standing over a tripod. Hopefully that's straight. Is it straight? You tell me. Oh, good. Straight enough. Okay. And then what I like to do is, when it's a new notebook, try out all of the inks to see how it goes. Slight shadowing with the Uniball. Not bad though. I don't know if you saw that at all, but are you guys ready for fall? Because I am. I am really ready for fall. I saw fall things at the store the other day. And I could not help but get excited. Summer is not my favorite season. I'm sure I've mentioned that in previous videos. I'm just pulling everything out from my mod case. I've pulled this out again because I wanted to use it. Now that I'm not going anywhere, it just kind of, I don't know, it makes me sad that I have all these fun cases that I'm not really utilizing, because a lot of them were things that I would use when I would, you know, go to the cafe or something. And I'm not doing that right now. I think I miss that the most. Is just relaxing at a cafe and just kind of listening to the drone of all the sounds around me. Okay, so this is the Marika Sport. This is an ink sample that I got from Goulet Pens. I'm trying to use up. I tend to stick with a certain type of ink for a certain type of fountain pen, and that usually doesn't change. The only ones that I change the ink colors to are mostly my Lammies, because those are the ones that I use the most. I've recently changed my Lammies to the Rushizuku inks that I got, that are these. I got a trio of these. So this is Shinkai, Yamabudo, and then I have the Asagao one. And I did a little Instagram post about how they reacted so differently with a dip pen versus how they come out with my fountain pens, which I thought was very fascinating. I think I might reserve these for more of like a dip pen because I prefer the dip pen deeper colors that they convey. So, but Shinkai is probably my favorite one out of the fountain pen because it starts out this regular blue, almost like this kind of blue, but then it deepens into like a cloudy grayish blue, which I really enjoy. So Shinkai is like my favorite. Yamabudo, I know a lot of people, I got a lot of comments about how everybody thinks this is one of their favorites. Personally, for me, because I have the Noodler's Cactus Fruit ink, it's very similar to it, especially out of the fountain pen. When it's through a dip pen, this comes out as a much deeper, richer color. But from the fountain pen, it pretty much looks like Noodler's Cactus Fruit. So that will probably be one that I utilize with my dip pens. And I want to start doing that more. It's just kind of sitting at my desk or actually finding time to do that. And just kind of enjoying the slow process of dip pens. There's a bit more work to it because it's a little messier, and you know, that's okay. Now you're not gonna probably be able to see this, but I have this inked up with, with a yellow ink. But this is a recent purchase, and I got this, I don't know, I just wanted a pop of color. And I don't know, to me this is very Clueless. I was watching Clueless before Jane Austen July happened, and I saw this on Amazon, and I thought to myself, wow, that's very Cher. Like if Cher used a fountain pen, I think this would be it, right? You would think. So, and then I was really fascinated with the idea of using a yellow ink. So it's the J. Herbin Bouton d'Or. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. My French is terrible. It's been years since I've taken French, but that's what the bottle looks like. If you want hidden journaling, that's an ink to use, because from far away it's really hard to read. It almost kind of blends in with the page. But then up close you can clearly see it. It's a really pretty kind of yellow. And then this is another recent acquisition, is the Pilot Metropolitan medium nib. And I don't know how I feel about this. Because it's got more of a straighter nib. There's probably a technical term for that. But see how that writes? And I can't quite grasp how I'm going to use this kind of nib. I am so attached to the type of nib that's in the Lamy Safari, and I love the way my handwriting looks in the Lamy Safari's nib, and so when I have this kind of like a straighter nib, so you can see that. Sorry, I'm like off camera like that. Hopefully that focuses, compared to you can see the difference in the two. I'm gonna have to practice with the Metropolitan. and see how that goes. So it's been set aside and I use it occasionally, but the majority of my writing is with the Lamy. And then the other one I'd love to reach for is my Eco Twisby. The nib on this one is actually a broad, so I get a really nice bold line. I don't use the Kwaku as much, Kavaku, but lately I have, just because I've been trying to use up some more ink samples. And the Kavaku is kind of, I don't know, the nib is finicky. Sometimes it skips and then sometimes it writes very nicely. I guess it depends on like your pen. I've heard that that can be the case with Kavaku pens, is they're, you know, you might get a bad one, you might get a good one. But is there another one I want to use? Oh, I should try out my Kavaku Lilliput. I haven't decided yet what ink I want to use for this pen, but it's already aging nicely. You can see the patina where my fingers hold it. I almost forgot what ink color this was. It's one of the cartridges that comes with the Kavaku. A bit more of on a scratchier side because it's got a different type of nib. I believe I got this in a medium nib, but even then it just kind of feels a little bit like you have to put a bit more pressure onto the page. The Eco really glided on it, and so did the Lamy's. The Pilot Metropolitan still had a bit more give and you had to put a bit more pressure to it, and then same for the Kavaku pens. So I think for the majority of it, I am still going to use my Noodlers, and then I always like to see what my Tombos do. I think this is 553. I could be wrong. It's the nice kind of purpley periwinkle color. I have several of these because it's my favorite color out of all the Tombos. But there we are. That's where I did the double swatch. So not too bad. I'll have to see what it does with watercolor, but I don't want this video to be too long, so maybe I'll do that as another video. But that's typically how I set up my journal. I don't usually decorate mine. I know for a lot of people that's like the thing that they like to do. But this has got the little kind of imprint on there, and I'm not really sure if I want to put a sticker on it. I do have a sticker waiting. I haven't yet used this, and that would really pop on it. I get a lot of questions about these creatures. I've had a few of these kinds of types of stickers from the same artist. Marika Paz is the artist, and I found her on Etsy, and she does these wonderfully whimsical animal illustrations, and that would look really nice, wouldn't it? I mean, I don't need to show off the fact that it's a Rhodia notebook, so I don't know. I guess you'll know. Could put it on top. So that's kind of what I did with the front here, and that's another Marika Paz sticker, and it nicely popped. So yeah, I typically don't decorate my covers, and I foresee myself being in this for quite a while because I've just been on more of a writing kick. So thank you for joining me for this kind of chatty setup video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.